Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, episode 14. We're almost at our 15th episode, buddy. Next week, or maybe this week, since we're doing the show so late now.
Yeah, I mean, did you do one with John?
I did it. I did it the day before Extreme Rules, I think. So this is the 14th.
Super late.
This is the 14th episode right here. Do you want to introduce yourself to everybody, even though they can see what your name is just by the thing on the bottom? Since you
I know it's I know I haven't been on in a long time, people. I know. Don't yell. Don't scream. Don't cry. Don't beat me up. It's me. Yes. I don't even know if I'm still the champion or not.
I never had. You keep ducking me when I'm trying to invoke my rematch. You ran away. You ran away on a vacation at Extreme.
I was on vacation last week, so I literally couldn't.
I feel like you took that. I feel like you took that vacation so you could stay champion.
I wish. But yeah, it's Chris. Sadly, I guess.
And I'm Owen the Birdman. So I'm definitely having my rematch at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. That's definitely going to be. No one's going anywhere. I'm having my rematch.
Yeah, no one's going anywhere. I'll accept it. I never technically accepted the rematch.
Oh,
yeah. This is how it works, WWE. He lays out the challenge, and I accept it because I'm the champion. Not the champion challenges the challenger. That's how it works.
I'm also so yeah. I'm also going to now. We obviously have to worry about our Money in the Bank briefcase holder. We're gonna make it so we can't cash in because he's gonna have He's gonna defend his Money in the Bank briefcase against John at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, and he can't technically cash in because he's defending his briefcase. I don't think you can defend.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and if James can get past John, just because we're gonna make his life miserable. He's gonna defend his briefcase in another predictions off at SummerSlam, against everybody on the show. Me, you, Steve, and John.
Oh yeah.
Now you can say, what if the champion wins? We don't really need to focus on that right now because we just want to make his life miserable.
He's just gonna get fucked either way.
Yep. If he's Money in the Bank briefcase holder after SummerSlam, I'm gonna be surprised.
Because he's getting fucked in the butthole.
And if he cashes in the briefcase before his two defenses, he's kicked off the show and off the YouTube channel. And he can never have. And I know this is more of a but he can never watch a pay-per-view or a wrestling show with us ever again either. Can that be a thing?
Yes.
So you better no cash-ins.
No cash-ins, or it's dire consequences for you.
But anyhow, let's get to a piece of shit of a pay-per-view that aired last week. Well, like the last show in the world to review it. So there you go.
We never reviewed the last pay-per-view either because we just gave up on it.
No, me and John did.
Nice.
That was the show you went. Yay. That was the show you went there for. But yeah, let's get to this one. They had a preview, buddy. A preview of a pre-show. They had a preview.
The pre-show.
Yeah, the preview. They previewed the pay-per-view, even though that's what the pre-show is supposed to be for. I think WWE doesn't understand that the preview doesn't need to be a thing.
It doesn't.
The preview was extremely awkward because they did it like an interview with Carmelo and James Ellsworth, and that was really awkward. It was hosted by Kathy Kelly and Mike Rome. And then who else got interviewed on the preview? The B team, and that was extremely awkward because the B team's just awkward. And then we had Seth Rollins, who had the best interview of the whole thing. So we're just gonna give the preview.
Actually, Nakamura did.
This was the preview. That was Nakamura was on the.
Oh, he got interviewed on the pre-show.
Yeah, Nakamura got interviewed on the pre-show. It's two different things. So yeah,
and that's the same thing.
You know what the weird thing is, though, is they treated this like this preview never happened because Seth Rollins had an interview right before his match with Dolph Ziggler, and he said the exact same things he said in his interview.
Because he knows anyone's watching the pre-show.
Yeah, exactly. So the preview of the pre-show of the pay-per-view gets it down because it was just pointless and a waste of everybody's time.
It was a waste of everyone's time.
It wasn't a waste of your time because you didn't watch it. So,
I think I might. Did I watch it? I don't think I did.
But
I know we watched the pre-show.
Let's get to the pre-show itself. The pre-show was actually good.
It was good. I actually liked it. I actually thought two of the best matches of the night were on the pre-show.
Exactly. So we had the panel of Renee Young, Booker T, Sam Roberts, and David Otunga. And David Otunga, for some odd reasons, got to show us his shoes every time he's on a pre-show too. He's always got to show us those shoes, man.
He's got to show his shoes. He's got to show off his kicks.
Apparently, I believe it kicked off with the match first. It was Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara. I thought this match was a pretty good match. I think the match they had on SmackDown was a little bit better. The best spot of the match was Sin Cara messing up the Hurricanrana right off the apron because I don't even think he hit Almas with the Hurricanrana.
No, it actually he kind of recovered a little bit and it kind of turned into an arm drag. If you really dissect it, he kind of turned it into an arm drag with his legs.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but I feel
it's meant to be a Hurricanrana and it kind of turned into an arm drag.
But I feel like if you're in the I feel like you don't want to ever portray Sin Cara because that sounds like you're just doomed to botch every one of your moves. Mystico did, and Unico's botching.
Well, Mystico is super botcher, and at least Unico doesn't botch nearly as much as he does.
What did Mystico?
He's actually a better wrestler.
What did Mystico botch every 5 moves he did or something?
He botched everything. He botched his entrance. He botched a suicide dive. He botched a flip over the top rope, and he fucking broke his ankle.
Yep.
He couldn't even do a fucking single move in the ring because he was a jackass and egotistical prick who wouldn't learn.
Exactly. But
that's a fail. That's a first Triple H fail right there for you because he's the one who hired him.
I know that sucks for Triple H. All right, but then we almost won with the running knees into the corner and the hammerlock.
A running dick to the face. His dick goes into his face. That poor face.
Hey, Sin Cara doesn't have a face because that's what Sin Cara means. Faceless. So.
Yeah. And then he hit his dick up the turnbuckle pad then.
Yeah, apparently. And Andrade Cien almost won. I thought that was a pretty good match. I'll give it 3 1/4. And it seems like Almas is being built up pretty well right now, but he wasn't on TV. I remember because Sin Cara in real life got hurt, so they had to put this feud on stall, and they didn't put Almas on TV for a month.
4 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought.
But this match is it's a very good open in the pre-show.
Yeah.
It's one of the best matches of the night. That's not saying much of anything because this whole show sucked. But yeah, it was a good match. I liked it.
And then
those two really do get the best out of each other, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think the feud's over though because Almas has moved on to somebody else now. So
yes, he did.
And then we had Shinsuke Nakamura tried to do some sort of Twitter Q&A with him, but not. I don't know what happened.
The best interview period of this entire pre-show.
I don't know what happened here. If Nakamura was just trolling everybody, or if he actually
he was doing the "I don't speak English" thing.
He called Sam Roberts a clown. I noticed though he answered Booker T's question though. He likes Booker.
He answered Booker T's question. He didn't answer anything from Renee Young, which was fucking hysterical.
He took the long pauses and he pretended like he couldn't hear him, and they took him extremely seriously. It was awesome. This was
that was hysterical. We'll get to the match later on, but
yeah. So and then we had the tables match. It was Sanity versus the New Day. Really good tables match. Actually, I would just say a good tables match. I've seen better tables matches.
I've seen better. I felt like it's probably one of the weaker tables matches in recent memory.
Yeah,
but it was still decent. It was still good.
I don't know why this was on the pre-show though, but whatever.
I was shocked too.
Yeah,
that this didn't make it onto the actual show. What is their obsession with them putting New Day on the pre-show?
I don't know.
I swear to God, they've been on literally every fucking pre-show.
I'm trying to think. They were on SummerSlam pre-show, and then they were on.
They fucking stole the show with the Usos
Yeah,
on the pre-show like 4 times.
and then but yeah, I know we can say Usos won the feud with the New Day, but if I look at it, I think the New Days are the real winners because they're the ones doing stuff right now. The Usos are doing nothing right now.
Where's the Usos? Where the fuck did they go?
I guess they disappeared.
I guess it's not like a New Day feud. Like they kind of feuded with the Bludgeon Brothers for a little bit, but then they disappeared.
They got destroyed. They got destroyed by the Bludgeon Brothers. So
they haven't been seen. I'm kind of concerned because they might be dead. I haven't heard from them.
Yeah, but anyhow, yeah, I like this tables match here. Kofi Kingston hit a lot of high spots, and Killian Dane I thought legitimately got hurt in this match or something because he was down for like half the match. It was really weird.
I didn't see him at all in this match, pretty much.
But the finish comes when Eric Young hits a neck breaker off the top, or actually the second turnbuckle onto Kofi Kingston through a table, and he puts himself through, but since Eric Young technically put Kofi Kingston through the table,
it was an elbow drop.
Yeah, and so Sanity wins, which was a much needed victory because I think that was like the first win they had on the main roster. They like never won. So this match gets 3 stars. And that was pretty much the end of the kickoff. The kickoff gets an up. It was a really good kickoff.
It was actually, for the first time in a long time, it was actually really good.
And then if you go on to the rest of this show, the matches that were on the kickoff probably should have replaced some of the matches that were on the real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And then let's get to the main show. We had the Raw commentary team of Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and Jonathan Coachman, and then the SmackDown commentary team of also Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton. So they commentated all the SmackDown matches, and Cole, Coachman, and Graves commentated all the Raw matches.
Yeah, there was no mixed commentary team.
Yeah,
where it was like usually they have like the 2 lead commentators like Tom Phillips and Michael Cole side by side or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like Saxton and Phillips on one side and then Cole and Graves on the other side. They didn't have that this time.
What do you think Cole and like Grisham go? Not Grisham. Cole. What do you think?
Todd Grisham.
That's a different. What do you think Cole and Coachman go like when the SmackDown? Do they just like stand around and do nothing, or do they just go? Because they can't go backstage every time. Because what do you think they go
to the back?
Do they just like
through the timekeeper area?
Yeah, they probably have to like hide back there too and stuff. But anyhow, the first match that opened the real show itself was the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Raw Tag Team Champions, the Deleter of Worlds versus the B Team. Now, if you thought that the Deleter of Worlds were just going to go in to this match and completely destroy the B Team, that would be what I like to call good booking. But because WWE, I think, was so focused on Hulk Hogan being back and him being backstage, they wouldn't focus on booking good stuff. So instead, the B Team went in there and just won. And I'm going to give this a down because this makes the Deleters of World look like really bad because they should be like long reigning tag team champions. And now who's the B Team going to wrestle? I think all the tag teams on Raw are pretty much heels. Who they're gonna wrestle. So I just didn't like this. I didn't like the finish. I believe Bo Dallas pinned Woken Matt Hardy with like his neck breaker, and also this just makes the Woken gimmick look really bad. And yeah, the Raw tag team division's just absolute trash right now. Trash.
I mean, I liked it. I'm gonna give it an up. I liked it. I marked out hardcore. That's just because I love Curtis Axel and I like the whole B Team gimmick. I like it a lot. I think it's kind of funny, but like, it's the state of the Raw division. I mean, Matt and Bray should have won, but they're probably gonna go. They probably tried to go for shock value because I was legitimately shocked. I was like, okay.
It was one of those surprises that should not have happened because this really should have been like a 5.
Because they've been winning every week.
Yeah.
You would think that the champions would actually win at the pay-per-view.
Especially, too, because you would imagine, because if you watch Raw this week, it seems like they're trying to build AOP up as the next challengers, but that's not really gonna. That's not. It would have worked so much better if. Watch, I have a feeling tonight that the Leader of Worlds will win back the Raw Tag Team Championships, and then if they win back the Raw Tag Team titles tonight, then I'm gonna be like really questioning what's going on.
Great booking.
Yeah. But I will say I am happy. I believe on our year-end awards, we voted Curtis Axel was most likely going to get fired in 2016. I never would have thought he'd be a Raw Tag Team Champion right now, so that's really cool.
And actually getting a push.
Yeah, whoever would have thought. But Bo Dallas...
I think this... I mean, his run with the IC title and Paul Heyman was, like, all right. I feel like this is, like, better than that, though.
Yeah, definitely. And then we had... Prince Nevitt versus Constable Baron Corbin in a trash match where like Constable Baron Corbin tried to use like his size and stuff to out wrestle Prince Nevitt, which wasn't believable at all because Prince Nevitt's a much better wrestler than Constable Corbin, and he has
completely missed this match.
Yeah,
they went out to go put the solar cover on the pool.
Yeah, this match sucked, and then Prince Nevitt beats him with a roll up and looks like a geek by beating him, and Prince Nevitt has like geeky smile. And it was just he just looks like an absolute geek all the time, and it's just it was just this match should have been on the pre-show actually. This was a pre-show.
Oh yeah,
match. Especially even the Raw.
I was kind of surprised it was on the main show.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it just sucked. Like it was so bad. And the whole premise of this feud is Baron Corbin or Constipation Corbin.
Yeah,
is big and Finn Balor is small.
Yeah, and I think
that's the whole point of this feud.
And all that's happening is that this feud's going to continue. That's all. That's all. With probably Prince Nevitt losing at SummerSlam. So, if you think Prince Nevitt's
Constipation Corbin.
If you think Prince Nevitt's getting a big push out of this, you're mistaken. So, and then what we had like actually before that, I think it was after this or before this match. Kurt Angle did like a backstage interview saying that they were saying pretty much that Brock Lesnar had to show up to Raw tomorrow night, or agree to his next Universal title match, or he's stripped of the title because Kurt Angle's not happy that Brock Lesnar's going to UFC and wrestling the competition over there and not defending his title over here. So I like that. It gave us a hook to tune into Raw tomorrow night. Maybe that's why the show was so bad, because they like, you know what, we don't really need to produce a good show here. They're already going to be watching them all night anyways. Because you notice they put it on like way at the beginning of the show, and that's when like the show really started to go downhill. Was after that interview.
Oh yeah, especially the next two matches.
All right, so then we have like probably if this match isn't the worst match of the year, then I'm gonna be very surprised, and I'm very scared about what a worst match will look like. We had the SmackDown Women's Championship match with James Ellsworth suspended above a shark cage. And it was SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella versus Asuka. So pretty much, Asuka kicked Carmella's ass throughout the whole match, but James Ellsworth kept trying to throw down weapons because they forgot to check him for weapons before he even went in the match.
That pissed me off so much.
And then
that's so fucking oblivious to whatever. Like whenever they do like a shark cage match, it's like check the person going into the cage.
Exactly. And then James Ellsworth tried to get out of the cage, just like Enzo Amore did at SummerSlam. Not exactly the same way, but he squeezed through. No, he had a key, actually. I forgot about that. And he unlocked the shark cage, but he got stuck somehow. I think he got his leg stuck. And
he tied up his fucking leg, so it made it look like he got stuck.
And Asuka forgets about Carmella. She lays her out, but doesn't go for a pinfall. And Asuka kicks the crap out of James Ellsworth. So all like the personnel try to get Asuka off of him. And they try to put him back in the cage because that's the stipulation of the match. And then Carmella pushes Asuka right into the corner of the shark cage and pins her and gets the win. And then afterwards, after Asuka recovers, he kicked the crap out of James Ellsworth and all the security afterwards. This match was a joke. This match, if Asuka already wasn't ruined on the main roster, this killed Asuka right here. They should just like
this match gets a big F you.
Yes. I mean,
An F you. If we don't like, that's what we should implement now. Like, if we don't like something, like if the match is complete trash, it gets an FU.
sure, why not? Um,
This gets an FU because it was so predictable from start to finish what was going to happen.
yes.
100% predictable from start to finish. Everyone knew James Ellsworth had shit in his jacket. He was going to get out of the cage. Asuka was going to focus on him and beat the piss out of him, and then Carmelo was going to win. It was 100% predictable from the start.
Yes.
100%. And apparently that was meant to write James Ellsworth off of TV because he's not actually signed to a contract. He's just on a dates sort of thing, and this might be the end for him again.
Actually, you might be right because he's advertised for a New England show or a Rhode Island show. Well, actually, that Rhode Island's in New England, but whatever. He's advertised to be in some sort of show in New England, in like August. So that would make sense then why he's able to do the show. But anyhow, we forgot to go over the storylines. The Raw Tag Team Title match, that was a 2-star match. Even with the finish, that match probably could have been on the kickoff too. Actually, if you think about it,
that was probably like one of the better matches of the night too because it was so terrible.
Then we had the Constable Corbin versus Prince Devitt was a star in 3/4, and then
I give it a star.
And then this match, a star.
An FU. This gets an FU.
And then we have I think it was the U.S. Championship match next. I don't know if there was an interview or something before this, but I'm just going to say it was the U.S. title match next. United States Champion Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, I'm probably in the minority here, but I like the way they did this match. Nakamura looked like a really cool, stingy heel. If only he had won the WWE title this way. He low blows Jeff Hardy right off the bat. Jeff Hardy's unable to continue. Well, at least we thought so anyways.
And Nakamura's obsession with balls continues.
And then Jeff Hardy, wants to still do the match, and Nakamura hits the King Sasha right to his face and wins the U.S. title. I like this. It was something different on the show, and I thought it was a really cool heel way for Nakamura to win the title. It was something different we haven't seen before. I'm gonna give this an up. It was, I thought, pretty cool. And then afterwards,
I would have liked it differently had they had a decent match, and then like Jeff kind of did what he did with AJ and like grabbed the ref and then kicked Jeff in the dick and then hit him with the King Sasha. But I just didn't like the way they did it. I thought that they rushed through this entire show, and this is really indicative of it.
It was definitely really weird. I was trying to think maybe they had the 30-minute Iron Man match, but it's like it's not like do you really have to put all that time into 30 minutes? It was like weird. So, but anyhow, then I got confused because I didn't know what was going on. Then
this probably makes no sense. Randy Orton comes out, stares at Nakamura, then hits Jeff in the dick.
Well, what? You didn't see SmackDown though, so there's more.
I know Randy Orton beat the piss out of him and wrote him off TV.
But yeah, I like this though. I'm gonna give it an up. I was entertained by this. I liked it.
You were entertained by the Randy Orton part too?
It was it left speculation going into SmackDown, and I kind of had a feeling he was a heel because it was really weird the way he attacked him. But
am I the only one that doesn't really give a flying fuck about Randy Orton? I don't care if he's heel. I don't care if he's babyface. I don't care about Randy Orton. There's no intrigue. It's the same character. There's just nothing to him.
He's definitely better off being. He's better off being a heel though, because him being a heel fits so much better, and his babyface one got played out.
Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton 2.0, because they faced fucking 10 years ago, and now they feel like they have to do it again.
It does make sense though, because the last time he saw Randy Orton, he lost to Jeff Hardy at Backlash, so it makes sense he would want to turn heel on Jeff Hardy.
But a lengthy feud.
Huh?
But a lengthy feud though.
Yeah, lengthy. Why not have a lengthy feud? But yeah, let's get to the next match. Was it the cage match next?
Yeah, I think it was cage match, and then it was Rusev Styles.
All right, then we had the steel cage match. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. I thought this match actually was pretty good. I was very fearful how this match was going to be because I thought this match was just going to be used to job out Kevin Owens. But Kevin Owens actually did get some offense in this match.
Yeah.
He got the frog splash in, which I was surprised about, and he handcuffed Braun Strowman to the ropes, and it didn't make any sense. Is why didn't he just climb out of the cage then? He continued beating on him, but
And then told him to suck it.
yeah, that was awesome. But Braun Strowman, but pretty much the story of this match was Kevin Owens trying to get away from Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman wasn't having it. I even liked the beginning portions of the match when Kevin Owens kept trying to escape, and Braun Strowman was like, "Be a man and fight me right now." That was awesome. But the finish was really weird.
Finish was really weird.
So
when Braun tossed Kevin Owens off the top of the cell,
the cage.
Kevin Owens won, and Braun Strowman acted like it was no big deal that he just lost the match.
Yeah, that was weird. So, but I was entertained by this match. If I had to rate the match, I'm gonna give it 3 stars because it was a pretty entertaining match. But the finish really ruined the match. I'm gonna give it like a thumbs in the middle. Because it was just because the finish made no sense.
Finish made no sense because it's like, wouldn't Braun want to win the match?
Not
toss KO off the top of the cell and then act like the loss didn't mean anything to him.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter, though, if Braun Strowman wins or loses because he has a guaranteed WWE Universal title match. So he can lose all his matches. Because that's usually how WWE books the Money in the Bank winner anyways. But at least with Braun Strowman as Money in the Bank winner, he got protected by losing, I guess. Because Kevin Owens sure as hell did not look like he won this match by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, he didn't. He got murdered.
He wasn't even
rip Kevin Owens.
Yeah. If I was to book this match, though, I would have had Braun Strowman. If you wanted to do like a big spot, why did he just choke slam him or whatever he did to him into the ring instead, and then go into the cage and just pin Kevin Owens? That would have made more sense. But I guess that would have
been a terrifying bump for Kevin Owens. Imagine Braun just standing on the top of the steel cage and choke slamming Kevin Owens from fucking out 18 feet in the air, all the way down, potentially murdering him in the process. That would not be a safe bump to do.
But that was but yeah, this match was entertaining. I do think Kevin Owens is being ruined a little bit with this Braun Strowman feud because he's looking like because he doesn't feel like the same Kevin Owens, and I think it's ruining Braun Strowman a little bit too because he's coming off very cartoonish. But I think what the funny thing is they're both so talented and both so entertaining that they make it work somehow.
Oh yeah.
And then we had the match that I think probably should have main evented this show. I was kind of happy the IC title match main evented at first, but let's be honest, this was the real main event of this show. This was the best match of the whole show, the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles versus Rusev with Aiden English ringside. I thought this was probably the best match of the night, and it was really good. I thought Rusev looked really strong in this match. There was even points where I thought they were going to shock the world and have Rusev win the WWE Championship when he got.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. But Rusev looked really strong in this match. He survived the calf crusher with his knee hurt. He survived the turnbuckle because Aiden English exposed the turnbuckle, and then Rusev ran into it. He survived the springboard 450. The only thing that did him in was the phenomenal forearm, and I'm okay with that ending the match because that's AJ Styles' finisher. You should protect his finisher.
Finishing the match.
What a novel concept. So this match I thought was a really good match. I'll give it 3.5 stars. The only thing I don't understand is why this match didn't main event. Because I don't think AJ Styles has main evented a WWE pay-per-view since Fastlane. And I'm assuming now that these shows are double branded, AJ Styles as Lon is probably never main event in another pay-per-view ever again, probably.
Probably.
So that kind of sucks. So he's pretty much going to have the CM Punk's title reign, pretty much, where he's never in the main events. So that sucks for AJ Styles. But yeah, I thought because let's talk about the main. We forgot one match on the show actually. Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. I think.
Oh, so forget about Bobby Lashley won.
Yeah. This match wasn't bad. I did like the bump that when Roman Reigns hit the fireman's carry and that back bump that Lashley took on the outside.
Oh, that was brutal.
And then the
That was
belly
actually
back.
a decent match. I mean, it definitely like the crowd tried to ruin it, but it didn't.
I'm gonna be honest too. This I didn't really care about this match either because there was really no storyline for me to care about in this match. It didn't really. This put. Let's be honest. Because the wrestling tonight. We'll get into that. This match should, if this match had been for the sake of the Universal title at stake, winner faces Brock Lesnar, then I would have cared about this match a lot more than I did. And that because that let's be honest, Bobby Lashley won. It was a nice surprise, but this match really means nothing now because they're just wrestling tonight anyway. So,
No, yeah, for the opportunity to face Brock.
hey, we're about to enter that era where TV shows matters more than the pay-per-views though, because
Oh, I know.
So we gotta they practice. They gotta practice. They gotta stop practicing. But yeah, I would say if I had to rate the Roman Reigns Bobby Lashley match, I'll give it 2 3/4. I think I think it definitely went up a star rated because Bobby Lashley won because it was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
He won with and I like the fact that he won with the spear too. He used Roman Reigns' own finisher, even though it was Bobby Lashley's finisher first to win the match. So I like that. Then we had the main event. It was the 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now I'm gonna. I mentioned this in the predictions. What was the difference of them having a 30-minute Iron Man match? Because didn't they have like a 28-minute match on Raw like a few weeks prior to this? Why? What was the difference in adding an extra couple of minutes? Like it made if it was
you know why? Because they had to give the opportunity for the crowd to chant down from 10.
Oh, that was annoying.
That ruined the fucking match for me. I literally, at about the 8-minute mark, I literally muted the sound because I was like, I'm fucking done with this shit. I want to watch this match and not hear fucking idiots count from 10.
Yeah, that just got really annoying at the end. Especially, I heard it was so bad they had to take the clock off the screen too. But that didn't do
anything. They kept doing it.
Yeah,
because they cared more about getting themselves over than fucking actually watching the match.
And it didn't help. And it didn't help because Seth Rollins is like one of the most over guys in the. See, they did the same thing for Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy at Elimination Chamber. It's like, what the hell is these crowds doing? Like they try to get themselves over sometimes more than the match.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Ruin
the match.
And this match was very weirdly booked. I get Iron Man.
It was.
I get Iron Man matches are supposed to be really weirdly booked. Because but like, how in the span of 30 minutes that it wasn't believable because we know Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler can survive more. Like Seth Rollins went an hour in a gauntlet match, but yet was losing 5-4 in a 30-minute Iron Man match. He was pinned 5 times in 30 minutes. That's not believable at all because we know
the whole match didn't make any sense. Seth goes up 3-0 because of the disqualification, and then McIntyre keeps beating him up after the referee told him to leave and doesn't get disqualified again.
Yeah.
Even though McIntyre was an illegal participant in this match, he should have been disqualified at least 4 more times.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it didn't make any sense. And then Ziggler comes back and leads 4-3, and then Seth ties up at 4-4. They go to sudden death overtime that lasts 10 seconds.
Yeah, that was stupid.
10 fucking seconds. If you wanted to waste a good match, you should have put it on Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of closing out a pay-per-view with a 10-second finish.
It was
stupid.
That was just really stupid. And, yeah.
That ruined the match for me. The crowd and that stupid 10-second overtime. I'd rather the predictable 0-0 Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels style rather than Seth go up 3-0, Ziggler go ahead 4-3, and then Seth ties up at 4-4. They go to sudden death overtime, and then Ziggler wins in 10 seconds. That made literally no sense.
Yeah. That was dumb. the IC title main evented a pay-per-view, but with the way this match was booked, it shouldn't have main evented. This match gets massive down, and this match only gets like 3 stars now. So, whatever.
It would have been better if they just booked it properly.
Yeah. Overall, extreme. Oh, and then we have like the post show. I don't know what this.
I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah, but we're not talking about it. Well, I also
apparently Carmella in the business for herself. Apparently.
Oh, really?
From what I read from a report, like she went off script or whatever.
Whatever. Bobby Lashley was trying to tease this match with Brock Lesnar. That was pretty cool, I guess. And then the B team throughout the whole show was celebrating their Raw Tag Team title win. I guess that was funny. This, I think, what also hurt this show was it was way too damn long. Why is it like it's not like it's SummerSlam or WrestleMania? Why was this show so goddamn long? Like that was
the Rumble.
But whatever. This show. I don't remember when I rated Backlash. I think I gave Backlash like a 4 out of 10. I'll give this like a 4.5 because this definitely was a better than Backlash.
4.5 out of 10 is pathetic.
This is what was so extreme about this pay-per-view anyways. None of the matches really had extreme stipulations, and the matches that didn't really deliver anyway.
We forgot about the Extreme Rules match.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's so forgettable.
Alexa,
of course Alexa won. LOL. Doesn't matter.
I did like Ronda Rousey coming out there and destroying everybody, and the
fact that I love the fact that Mickie James didn't sell anything that Ronda Rousey was doing to her.
Yeah, that was awful.
Like, I think Alexa, you got hit with the finish, and then 5 seconds later you pop back up like nothing happened. And then you get thrown over the announce table, and then pop back up 5 seconds later.
Yeah, that made
Hello, you're a veteran of this business. Sell a fucking move that's done to you.
Also,
your job is to sell. When you get hit with a finisher, you don't fucking act like it didn't happen to you.
Also, why did Ronda Rousey sell the kendo stick shot? She's supposed to be like this badass, and yet gets taken down by one kendo stick shot. That was weird.
It's a stupid match on a stupid show.
The heels came off of the baby faces because they fought like a 3-on-2 advantage because it was like what Nia Jax, Natalya, and Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I didn't.
Yeah.
Good thing you reminded me about. See, you could see how much effort we put into.
I totally forgot about it until you said Extreme Rules. Until you said there was no Extreme Rules matches, and I was like, oh, we forgot one.
Yeah. Yeah. This is still 4.5. It was bad. Let's get to Raw. What happened on Raw this week was pretty much the whole focus of Raw was finding an opponent for Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
Surprise! It's Roman Reigns over Brock Lesnar, or Bobby Lashley, not Brock Lesnar, because he can't.
I did like
the segment himself.
I did like the segment. I did like this segment where Elias came out and then and wanted a title match. And then Bobby Lashley came out, and then Seth Rollins came out. Drew McIntyre. It was pretty cool. Drew McIntyre was included in there because that kind of shows that he's going to be like a top star on Raw. So that was pretty cool. I don't know what.
Basically broke up. Him and Ziggler.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We have to wait and see on that. And then I noticed who did they save for last to come out though was Roman Reigns. Because Prince never came out before him. Well, of course they saved Roman Reigns for last. I feel like they definitely do it to troll everybody too, because he just comes out there, he doesn't say anything, and he says he just came out there to fight. He doesn't want a title match. He just came out there to fight. When he knows by going out there, he's gonna get a title match just based on that. So, and they tried to make it seem like Roman Reigns deserved the title match the most when he's like lost every big match he's been in, pretty much. Come on, man. He doesn't just.
He deserves it.
What did he do to deserve a title match? He lost to Bobby Lashley at Extreme.
Everything.
And he did nothing to deserve that. And then it set up. I'm assuming these were the guys too that were supposed to be in that multi-man matches.
They were.
Before Brock Lesnar decided to go, nah. Wait, that joke's ruined now, though, because WWE Brock Lesnar tried going now on Monday. It didn't work. Thanks a lot, WWE. You ruined our joke. So we had the first triple threat match. It was Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre versus Prince Neville. This was a Really good opening matchup here. Roman Reigns won by spearing Prince Neva with the spear. And I'm going to give this a thumbs in the middle, depending on what happens tonight. If Roman Reigns wins tonight, it gets a down. If Roman Reigns loses tonight, it gets an up. Because nobody wants to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the fourth time. No one wants to see that. And then we had Dolph Ziggler come out and brag about how he retained the Intercontinental Championship in the main event and how he's the reason that the IC title main evented. Let's be honest, it's not because of Dolph Ziggler. If Seth Rollins wasn't in that match, it probably wouldn't have even main evented.
Main event every show if Seth Rollins wasn't there.
Yeah. And then we had Robert, Bob Roode, totally awesome. Mark Roode come out and challenge him to a match so he could get a future IC title match.
Lost.
Yeah, Bob Roode continues to look like a joke on the main roster. How hard is it to turn the guy heel? It's not that hard.
Very difficult for them.
Yeah. And then he's going into a feud with Mojo Rawley because Mojo Rawley comes out and says, "You call that glorious?" Then Mojo Rawley has like an enhancement match with Tyler Breeze, and Mojo Rawley beats Tyler Breeze because he didn't come here to wrestle.
He came here to squash.
Yeah. I don't know what that was supposed to be. And then let's get your opinions on this stuff, though. What's your opinions on the opening segment and the first triple threat match?
I thought they were good.
Yeah, they were good. And then what about Robert? What about Bob Roode versus Dolph Ziggler?
Should have been for the title. They can't bury Roode enough.
Yeah, they loved it. And then what about Mojo Rawley? What about your favorite guy, Mojo Rawley, right there?
Fuck him.
Yeah.
And the thing with Roode is it was a non-title match. So how about have him win? Novel's the idea. Set up a future match for the title. Little tidbit.
Yeah. They don't understand.
Progress the storyline.
All right, I'll go through the ups and the downs. So the Kurt Angle segment with all the guys gets an up. The first triple threat match gets an up. I'll give Bob Roode versus Dolph Ziggler an up because they had a good match. What I will give it down is the utilization of Bob Roode. That's just a joke. Mojo Rawley versus Ty. I almost said Ty Dillinger. That's a wrong person.
This is Ty Dillinger.
Mojo Rawley versus Tyler Breeze gets it down because I don't. What was that doing on Raw? That's matches you put on main event, not on Monday Night Raw. Let's get to the even worse of the downs, though. We have Kurt Angle backstage with Bayley, asking Bayley how the counseling segments went. Apparently, Kurt Angle doesn't watch his own show because, yeah, that's just a joke. So he says he's going to team up Bayley and Sasha Banks tonight. And if they can't get along, one of them's getting traded to SmackDown, which doesn't make any sense. Just because Bayley and Sasha Banks can't get along, he's going to risk trading one of his own talents to SmackDown? That makes no sense.
It's like when a big-time tag team breaks up.
Yeah.
And that gives him grounds to trade him to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense. That'd be like DX. Like when
then
DX
we had
broke up in 2002, and instead of them feuding, Eric Bischoff just trades Triple H to SmackDown.
Well, we know that doesn't happen anyways because Triple H doesn't want to work Tuesdays. So,
but hey, he's gonna get traded.
Yep. All right, but let's get to that match: Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Dana Brooke and Alicia Fox. Remember Dana Brooke and Alicia Fox? Man, they were like these great talents, and I don't know. They're not. I don't know. Alicia Fox, I always forget. Can you believe Alicia Fox has been in this company for over 10 years, I think, already now, and she still hasn't.
It's been irrelevant.
And she still hasn't improved from the 10 years she's been there.
The vagina kick.
I think you know how this match went. It was way overbooked.
Yeah, and I saw it.
Sasha Banks.
I saw
Sasha Banks got mad that Bayley was being attacked, so she went and beat the crap out of Alicia Fox and Dana Brooke, and the referee just ended the match. I don't know if it was a disqualification or if Dana Brooke and Alicia Fox were counted out. I don't even know what happened. They didn't even announce a winner or nothing. It was just I don't even think the referee
whistle. A quick disqualification.
I guess. So doesn't that if they lost, doesn't that technically mean they have one of them's going to SmackDown then if they lost?
Yes.
But whatever. And then Sasha Banks backstage pretty much has a coming out party, confessing her love to Bailey.
I just don't get this. I don't get this at all. Sasha turns on her 3 fucking times. Bailey takes her aggression at her for basically like defriending her, and Sasha basically said she didn't want to be friends anymore. So Bailey beats the crap out of her for revenge, and then Sasha suddenly plays the babyface and says that she loves her. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I think we get. If we're not getting a lesbian storyline, her promo makes no sense.
What the fuck is going on? It's simple. Sasha is the bitchy heel.
Yeah.
She is the bitch who turned on her best friend. Not Bailey.
Me and John.
Bailey got turned on 3 times.
And then you know what this? You know the me and John now are gonna do a segment on this show the next time he can come on, where we're gonna go over all the NXT talent that WWE screwed up, because it's a long list of NXT talents WWE has screwed up. Long list, and these are 2 of them.
Everyone.
The only ones I'll just say we'll go through it, but the only ones that haven't been screwed over I would say be the Shield. The Shield, yeah. Alexa Bliss, and
I mean, she loses their championship and then basically gets rewarded the championship after she loses it anyway.
I would say, and I would also say, even though he's been kind of booked really weirdly recently, Samoa Joe, I feel like those Samoa Joes only escaped it because every time they could probably book him like crap, he gets injured. So maybe the injury helps. Maybe every time Samoa Joe gets injured, it ends up helping him out, because then he can never be booked like crap. So maybe Samoa Joe should like fake an injury every week.
He just doesn't have any real direction.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are excited about like if Omega, Cody Rhodes, and the Young Bucks get signed, it'd be great. It would be great, but what would a lot of the Samoa Joe would be lost in the shuffle if they get signed, right? Like a lot of guys are going to lose a lot of their roster spots because they're going to make roster room for the Young Bucks, Cody, and Kenny.
I mean, they'll definitely like. I mean, you could literally do a huge storyline out of that, though.
Oh, definitely. I'm just saying. I'm just saying I'd like to. I'm gonna love to see them sign too, but it's gonna hurt a lot of the guys on the roster right now if they get signed. So and plus too, who even knows if they would even be? I could see definitely Cody and Kenny, but the Young Bucks, who even knows if they'll be using their potential? You could say they're a top tag team, but look what's going on with the Usos right now. They're like off TV forever. They're dead.
They are.
Anyhow, let's continue reviewing this show. What else we had on this show? We had I think we had like AOP destroy not the primetime players, but Apollo Crews. And I think I've made that mistake every time I break. I always call Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil by accident the primetime players.
They are the primetime players.
But yeah, I actually like this. They made AOP look really dominant. What I didn't like, though, was that Raw tag team title match they did with the Ascension and the B team. What didn't make any sense is what did the Ascension do to earn a Raw tag team title match? That didn't make any sense at all. I don't think they've ever.
Everything.
I don't think they've won a match on like WWE in like months. I don't think years. I don't think.
I literally don't even know like who was the face and who was the heel in this match.
Yeah, and then like. The Deleter of Worlds pretty much announced that they're going to invoke their rematch clause, not at SummerSlam, because, you know, that's not a big enough show to have a rematch. They got to do it on Raw this week. So that's great. Then what else we have on this show? We had Constable Corbin was upset with Kurt Angle backstage that he didn't add him to one of the triple threat matches, which didn't make any sense because can't Constable Corbin overrule Kurt Angle? So why did
put himself in the match anyway?
Yeah, so I didn't make any sense. And then they did a segment with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James where they try to do that typical segment where Alexa Bliss brags about her victories, but then when she sees Ronda Rousey, she doesn't want to. She's like, you know what? All done, guys. See you later. Ronda Rousey, though, just comes up there, beats the crap out of Alexa Bliss and Mickey James. She tries to break Mickey James's arm, but Alexa Bliss luckily was able to pull her out of harm's way. And then Ronda Rousey wasn't done there. She destroys Alexa Bliss and Mickey James, and she tries to break Alexa Bliss's arm, but then Kurt Angle comes out and says that
30 more days, baby. 30 more days.
7 more days, and also that she's going to get a Raw Women's title match at SummerSlam against Alexa Bliss. And then
I guess they get title matches now.
Constable Corbin isn't happy about this, so he tries to text Stephanie McMahon about it, but he can't find his phone. He goes backstage, and Kurt Angle's like, I think this is what he's looking for. I get they're trying to do – this was the wrong place, the wrong time to do comedy like that, because this was supposed to be taken seriously, and WWE, like, tried to put this Baron Corbin, Kurt Angle, like, funniness in there. That was the wrong place, wrong time. So this gets a thumbs in the middle because Constable Corbin was there. It would have gotten it up, but Constable Corbin has to come ruin it with his blandness.
Like, it's just like, I wonder what they're going to do with Ronda Rousey if she becomes champion. Like, if she beats someone up, is she going to get suspended every time? So she's going to be suspended for the entire time that she's champion?
That'd be funny.
Because she beat up Alexa Bliss and then got suspended for 60 days.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we forgot one match at Extreme Rules. It was actually a match we forgot about. We'll talk about it when we review SmackDown. We forgot one match. We forgot another match at Extreme Rules.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I'll find out when we review SmackDown then.
Yep.
But so she's been suspended for 60 days and has had 2 matches since she's been signed. What the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah, that was weird. I do, but yeah, I do,
and then like gets rewarded.
I do
think the piss out of the champion.
Hey, this is the direction they were gonna go anyway. So, and Ronda Rousey looked like a badass, so I liked this. I liked this segment.
It did, but it just the whole premise doesn't make any sense.
And then what else?
She gets suspended for 60 days, basically, for the back-to-back suspensions, and then she gets rewarded with a championship for being the piss out of the champion.
Yeah, that is weird. Especially too, since she's supposed to be. Shouldn't she have like another? Like, should she have like 14 days since because she got no penalty at Extreme Rules. She just.
I know. She just attack on more.
Yeah, but anyhow, I think I'm trying to think if there's any other match I'm forgetting about. I think the only other match was the other triple threat match with Elias, Seth Rollins, and Bobby Lashley. I like this match. Bobby Lashley won with the spear on Elias. I was really disappointed Seth Rollins didn't win because I wanted him to win. And
yeah,
this match gets a thumbs in the middle because I wanted Seth Rollins to win. And we're back to where we were
1 night ago, basically. When this
Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley, baby. And a match that's going to scare the WWE Universe.
Match that they don't want to see again.
Please don't do Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Please. Please. Please.
Please.
I thought Waldo was a great show. I'll give it like a B. I'll give it a B, 8 out of 10. Because mainly the whole show was just pretty much focused around who was going to face Brock Lesnar next for the Universal title. But I did like Bob Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, the Alexa Bliss segment, and I also liked the AOP murdering Titus Worldwide. I like that. Poor Titus though, he deserves a push. Because I was at Raw 2 weeks ago now, and he got a great reaction when he came out. He got like a great pop. But I forgot one thing that happened. Apparently, Sarah Logan beat Ember Moon last week, and nobody cares. So yeah.
Yeah, don't care about that either.
Yeah. All right, now let's get to
SmackDown.
So yeah, the match we forgot to talk about was the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match at Extreme Rules.
Forgot that even happened.
So what happened was the Bludgeon Brothers pretty much destroyed Team Hell No backstage. They did this because in real life Kane was hurt going into the match, so they had to do some sort of angle anyways. So Daniel Bryan, huh?
You won't see him for a very long time either.
Probably not because of his election coming up too. Yeah.
Yeah, the election's coming up soon.
And if he's probably gonna win, I would admit, I don't see him not winning his election. So,
He's gonna
Yeah.
win
So we might not see Kane for a while, unless we
for a long time.
unless we go to Knoxville, Tennessee. Which I don't think Chris wants to go to Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't think you want to. It's a good thing you went. This wasn't the Kane that just recently unmasked, because I don't think he'd ever go to Knoxville, Tennessee. You'd be scared.
I mean, dude, I don't want to see him like that ever
Yes.
again.
I'm wondering if that's going to be like one of the poster thing, one of the things that's going to hang up on like his office when he becomes mayor is just him looking like that. That'd be funny.
I would never go into that office.
But anyhow, so Daniel Bryan went into the match alone, but he pretty much he's about to lose the match. He does very well trying to fight him off, but then Kane comes out, and you could kind of see Kane was legitimately hurt because he had the walking cast or whatever you call that.
The boot. I mean, it kind of played up the injury.
Yeah.
Like they probably would have done that to begin with. But like, I was kind of like hoping he'd do that stomp thing he did, like when he was facing Seth Rollins in like 2015.
Yeah.
Where they did the stomp thing and like fixed his leg after Seth destroyed it. But yeah, he can't do that because he's legitimately hurt.
Yeah. So Kane really couldn't do anything in this match. Yeah, his choke slams didn't really look that good. It's not his fault. And I'm assuming Kane was gonna take the fall in this match, but because he was legitimately hurt, he couldn't take the fall. So they had Daniel Bryan take the fall in this match.
Oh yeah.
At Extreme, I'm gonna give the SmackDown Tag Team Title match an up, just because it's not just because they had to kind of book around Kane's injury. If Kane didn't get
it
kind
of happened at an unfortunate time too.
Yeah, it did.
Because I think that would have been a good match if Kane was fully healthy.
Yeah, definitely. And if you think about it too, the two reunions everybody wanted, the Shield reunion and Team Hell No, were both messed up by injuries. Well, actually,
injuries.
Well, the Shield reunion was more messed up by the sickness of Roman Reigns, but definitely the injury to Dean Ambrose too, though.
Yeah.
Which I can't wait. Which he's probably coming back soon, so that's exciting. But let's get to SmackDown. SmackDown kicked off with a short promo from Jeff Hardy, and he kind of was acting like Brother Nero, which was kind of cool. And he pretty much cut a short promo saying that he's going to take back his United States Championship from Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Shinsuke Nakamura cuts a little interview backstage, saying that he's going to rip the smile off Jeff Hardy's face permanently, pretty much. I like this. It was a weird promo, but I like weird, so it was a good weird.
It was very weird, yeah.
And then we had the first match on the show. It was Andrade Cien Almas versus AJ Styles. I thought this match was really good. This big Almas looked really strong. I don't think Almas looked weak at all, but losing to AJ Styles because he still looked really strong. And you can't really have AJ Styles lose because he's the WWE champion. And I liked it. It was good. Just don't job out Almas like 3 weeks in a row after this. That would not be good. AJ Styles won with the calf crusher. And next week, Paige said she's going to announce AJ Styles' SummerSlam opponent. Now, I would imagine it's going to be Samoa Joe because Samoa Joe demolished Ty Dillinger this week. They did a funny thing backstage where R-Truth was trying to do like a motivational speech towards Ty Dillinger, but Ty Dillinger said he didn't need to hear it. I'm going to go beat Samoa Joe, but he was just on the phone with his mom with like a Bluetooth, and I think he said something that sounded familiar to Samoa Joe. It was pretty funny. And then we had and then what else was on SmackDown? We had Becky Lynch versus Mandy Rose with Sonya Deville. Corey Graves still forgets that he has a wife every time Mandy Rose comes out. So, Corey Graves, man, you have a wife. Stop. Just stop. Stop.
Stop eye-goggling other women.
Yeah, you have a wife. But Becky Lynch won with the Disarmer, and then she says that since she's been catching all these victories, she deserves a SmackDown Women's Title match, which makes sense. So then Carmella goes backstage and says that she should have another celebration, but then Paige gets a full celebration if she beats Becky Lynch next week. But if Becky Lynch beats her next week, then they're gonna have a match. Then she has to defend the SmackDown Women's Title against Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. I think we know who's winning next week then.
Becky Lynch.
Yes. And then and Paige continues to prove why she's awkward on as a SmackDown GM. I'll still never forget. I'll still always remember that segment where she walked on camera and she wasn't supposed to be seen.
The Smack Team Tag Team Championships.
Yes. Then what else was on SmackDown this week? Eric Young beat Kofi Kingston in a pretty good match, and I love the wheelbarrow neckbreaker he hits. That looks really cool. And then they did an awesome segment with The Miz where he did like a eulogy for Daniel Bryan. Well, no, for Team Hell No, acting like but he pretty much puts down Team Hell No and gives them like little jabs, and he pretty much talks about how Daniel Bryan's all he's trying to do is trying to relive his glory days, but he really can't do it anymore, and that's why he tried to get Kane so that way he would be able to maximize his wrestling career. And then Daniel Bryan comes out and he attacks all the pallbearers at the eulogy and hits one of them with the running knee. And that means now we're finally going to get the match at SummerSlam, probably Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. I think everybody's excited about that. I'm excited about that, and I can't wait for that match. And I can't wait to see the feud going into it because I would imagine this feud's going to be like one of the main focuses on SmackDown.
100%.
And then we had what was the main event of SmackDown? Oh, it was Jeff Hardy versus
Nakamura and Hart
for the U.S. title. Jeff Hardy was about to win the United States title when Randy Orton came out and caused a disqualification and just destroys Jeff Hardy. And they do like a gruesome spot where Randy Orton tries to rip Jeff Hardy's ear off. It was really weird, but it was awesome. Then he hits his DDT off the announce table onto Jeff Hardy. So Randy Orton's in full-blown heel mode, and I'm assuming we're going to get a triple threat match at SummerSlam with Nakamura involved because he was just watching this from looking on, and he looked pretty impressed with Randy Orton right here. Why Randy Orton is a heel, we don't know yet. Maybe we'll find out this week. Maybe we won't find out this week. And maybe this is just going to be one of those things where he's randomly a heel, and it'll never be explained.
Yeah.
So I like SmackDown this week. SmackDown was a great show, 8.5 out of 10. The only thing I didn't like on SmackDown actually was the Aiden English Lana backstage segment because it means that they're probably breaking up Rusev and Aiden English. I know, and we've been talking about for the past few weeks that nobody wants that to happen, except for Vince McMahon.
We'll just play it by ear.
All right, but now let's go over the. We're gonna go over the announced participants in the Mae Young Classics this year coming up. I imagine too they're gonna do the same thing they did with the last one, where they're gonna release all the episodes all at once, and everyone's already gonna know.
Yeah, they're taping it soon.
Yeah, I think they're taping it actually next week, or in a couple of weeks actually. August 8th, the taping it, so it's in a couple weeks. So let's get I guess because we don't even know half these wrestlers that are in this matchup. Why don't you give me a one-word response about what you think about these wrestlers?
Okay.
First one, Deonna Purrazzo.
She's good.
Lo Kira.
Never even heard of her.
She's a big signing that they just signed from Japan, pretty much. Jesse Alaban.
Never even heard of her.
Ginny.
Never even heard of her.
Casey Patazawa.
Never even heard of her.
Caitlin.
Don't care.
Yeah, she's returning. Wait, this is a first match in what? 4 years?
5, I think.
Savita Devi.
Don't know her.
Killer Kelly.
Don't know her.
Mercedes Martinez.
Haven't seen enough of her, but I know who it is.
Mia Yim.
Really fucking good.
Nicole Matthews.
Never even heard of her.
Renee Gonzalez.
Never even heard of her.
Ray Ripley.
Never even heard of her.
Tainawa Conte.
She's that Brazilian that they signed, right?
Yes.
I've heard of her, yeah.
Tegan Knox.
Really fucking good. Amazing. I've seen Nixon Newell wrestle a bunch of times. She's awesome.
Maybe she'll win the whole thing. Maybe she'll win the whole thing and give you a shout out.
I hope so.
Probably won't give you a shout out though. All right, let's preview Raw and SmackDown. That way we don't have to do it in the live reactions tonight. We can just start the live reactions. So on Raw tonight, we're gonna have Stephanie McMahon's historic announcement. Now I'm assuming because it's Stephanie McMahon and it says historic in it, it's something involving the woman. Because you know the woman, everything's gotta be historic with them. So
was Stephanie McMahon?
Yeah, Stephanie McMahon. She's gonna be on Raw this week. You know what'd be funny actually if Constable Baron Corbin comes up to her and says he's the constable and she has no idea what he's talking about.
Who are you?
Baron Corbin just made up the whole thing. That would be hilarious.
That'd be the best.
But I'm hearing rumors what's going to be announced is either an all-women's pay-per-view, the women's tag team titles, because they just recently leaked out what the design looks like for it, and championship belts. Oh, can't say that. WWE doesn't like you when you say belts, but I'm saying it anyway. Or they're gonna or they can announce both of them, where they announce an all-women's pay-per-view and women's championship belts, tag team championship belts. I would like an all-women's pay-per-view. As for women's tag team championship belts, I think that would be pretty cool because they have enough talent to do that. But it's just really because what are the teams they would even have? They have the Wyatt Squad. They have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And I guess they're gonna have Bayley and Sasha Banks if they decide to run with this lesbian. I'm gonna shit all over it though. If the first women's tag team champions are the lesbian couple of Bayley and Sasha Banks,
that'd be great.
Can you imagine too? Like it's supposed to be like this big historic winning thing, and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon come out, but yet all this is just this. It's just the delay that Bayley Sasha Banks match and everybody just boos it out of the building because that's probably what would happen.
Oh yeah, because no one cares about it.
Yeah. Who else could they could get Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch to be a team when they could get the I forgot the Iconics.
Yeah. Bella Twins.
No thank you. No thank you.
They're gonna be in it regardless though.
John Cena and Triple H. That's John Cena and Triple H. First ever women's tag team champion.
First women's tag team champions.
John Cena and Triple H. I mean, you would love it.
John Cena and Triple H for the win.
No. John Cena and Daniel. Oh wait, I was gonna say John Cena and Nikki aren't together, but they are still together. They are still together. I don't even know what's going on.
John Cena and Triple H for the win. I'm picking John Cena and Triple H.
Now I want that to happen. John Cena and Triple H as the first ever women's tag team champions. So it'd be John Cena.
It's a transgender team.
Yeah. No, they could, and it should be WrestleMania 19 Triple H when no one's going to be able to get any offense in on them. Can you imagine WrestleMania 19 Triple H as one of the women's tag team champions? No, he'd never lose it.
He refused to lose it.
Can you imagine? Or we could do just ruthless aggression era Triple H, because that was pretty much the worst of Triple H. Was
the reign of terror.
Yep, reign of terror of Triple H, baby. Reign of terror of Triple H. Did you ever see that like meme photo with him holding all the championships?
Yeah.
Can you imagine like Triple H just wins all the championships? He wins all the NXT championships, all the SmackDown championships, and all the Raw championships.
It'd be the death of wrestling.
Well, the death of WWE, anyways. And then he goes to Japan and wins all their belts. He goes to ROH and wins all their belts. Goes to Lucha Underground and wins all their belts. He goes because
he would truly be the Universal Champion.
Huh?
He'd be the Universal Champion.
Yeah. He wants to try to outdo Austin Aries as a belt collector.
He would.
If he won all the WWE, Japan, and ROH championships.
He'd be the new belt collector.
And then what else is going to be on? So who do you think is going to win the Roman Reigns Bob Lashley match?
Roman Reigns.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, I'm saying it now.
Bobby Lashley should win. Let's be honest. That's what should happen. That's what everybody wants to happen. You think Kevin Owens is still going to be dead, or do you think he'll come back this week?
Dead.
He's just dead forever, never going to come back?
He's just dead.
And then what? Who do you pick in the B team, or the leader, or Worlds?
Deleters.
They better win.
Even though I think it's going to be the B team.
Huh?
Even though I think it's going to be the B team, I'm going to go Deleters.
Can you imagine the leader of Worlds wins and then they delete the Raw Tag Team Championships? They just delete them from existence.
They make it the WWE Tag Team Championships.
Can you imagine they well, Triple H is going to be a belt collector though, so. Well, what do you think?
He has to be.
You didn't even give a prediction because what do you think is going to get announced? What do you think Stephanie McMahon's historic announcement is going to be?
The Women's Tag Team Championship.
And then she'll announce the first champion is John Cena and Triple H, right?
Yep.
And then it's gonna. Can you imagine? Can you imagine too? Like it's the first ever women's tag team championship match is John Cena and Triple H versus Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. That's the first ever women's tag team championship match.
5 stars.
Everyone would hate that if that was the first ever women's tag team championship match. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar versus John Cena and Triple H.
Actually, 8 stars. It's going to be Kenny Omega versus Okada Omega 3.
Is it 4?
Or 4. Whatever the fuck it was.
All right, and then we have on SmackDown this week. What's announced this week for SmackDown? Oh, Paige announced some sort of like tournament. They made it come off like so weird. Like she just randomly decides to go on Twitter and make this video of her being of a tournament. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me find it. So it's going to be a tournament. Let me find
Not
it.
allowed to find it.
Oh, Jason Jordan's client.
Independence you for an independent you.
Is that Kurt Angle's son, Jason Jordan, you're talking about?
Yep.
How dare you talk bad about Kurt Angle's son like that?
His black son. I don't even know what's announced for SmackDown this week. I think it's like, well, who do you think Paige will pick for AJ Styles to face at SummerSlam? I'm gonna say it's gonna be Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
What if it's not Samoa Joe? What if it's John Cena and Triple H?
Our truth.
Mike Kanellis.
Monday Night Bike.
I found it. Paige announces tournament to determine who will challenge for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
SmackDown Tag.
What is WWE's obsession with tournaments now? Like, remember they never did tournaments before, and now they're like in love with them. They had the what was it? They had the first Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics in 2015, then the Cruiserweight Classics, then they had the tournament to crown the first SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Then they had the second Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics. Then they had the UK Championship Tournament from last year. Then they had the Mae Young Classics, and then they had the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament from earlier this year. And then they had what else do they have? They had like the then they just had the United Kingdom Championship Tournament. They love tournaments. Oh, then they had the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Tournament earlier this year. They just love tournaments now.
They're a big fan of tournaments.
Exactly. So who's going to be in this tournament? It says. It says announcing that. So the New Day is going to be in it. Kennedy, the Usos. Remember this team? You remember this team? The Bar. Remember that team?
Yay.
Remember the Bar? Remember the Bar before they randomly vanished off?
No, I don't remember them.
You remember them? Who do you think will win that tournament? I'm going to say it's going to probably be the New Day.
The Bar.
I mean, that's what he is, really. He's one of those guys. And so, in and of
What else
itself,
was announced for SmackDown?
there's two guys out there for the Red Sox to get, but that's not the
I don't even know what else was announced for SmackDown.
There's nothing.
How about this? How about on SmackDown we have John Cena versus Triple H?
A+.
Yes. Hey, we had it at the Greatest Royal Rumble. We gotta have it. We gotta have it again, right?
Now, because you remember the Washington, right? The
You have to.
Nationals were the first to strike when they got Kelvin Herrera from the.
And then that's all the wrestling news. We did it. We did this show, and you're happy about it. I'm happy about it. The whole world's happy.
I'm not happy.
You're never happy though. All right, now so we just end this video. Is there something else you want to talk about?
There's nothing else I want to talk about.
Is it because I'm here, or
Yes, I don't like you.
You know you have to come back later on for Raw live reactions.
Yes, we'll talk then.
Maybe there'll be stuff to talk about. So yeah, I'll talk to you at the Raw live reactions. Now we don't need to do a Raw preview because we did the preview on the Wrestling Rundown. Isn't that fantastic? No Raw Monday Night Raw preview, baby. Unless you want to do another preview later on.
We probably won't.
Yeah, let's be honest. We'll probably be late.
100% guaranteed.
Well, because when are we ever on? So what time should we try to start at? 7:57 or 7:54?
55.
Okay, 7:55. All right, so say bye to everybody and plug your stuff.
Bye, plug.
Yeah, all right, subscribe to
plug your stuff. You said plug your stuff. I said plug my stuff.
See you, brothers. And Owen the Talkinator, subscribe to those channels for amazing videos, and then let's subscribe to this.
Nope.
Subscribe to this channel and click on the bell for all those channels, so that way you'll get a notification. I mean, Chris can't stress it enough. Click that bell.
Hit that fucking bell button. I know it's aggressive.